All right, I know. I ain't been around a good minute, so let me go ahead and jump into this. Sell out. Sell out is an intransitive verb in which is characterized by not having or containing a direct object. For example, sell out, to betray one's cause or associates, especially for personal gain. When used in a sentence, it would sound like, how did Infinity Ward take a staple product within the franchise and totally screw the pooch? I know because the Fobbits, that's what we call these guys, the Fobbits sold us out for the almighty dollar. That's old school. Some Skrilla and the cheddar. And now to my recently disgraced P. Diddy. It's all about the Benjamins, baby. It's all about the Benjamins, baby. But I get it. It's never been about you. It's never been about the player. It's about pushing that product. Kind of like a drug deal, you feel me? The reason why the OG Modern Warfare was so popular is because it used weapons that was of our time. And I'm talking about guys like me, combat vets. We're coming out of combat. Someone's going into combat using the same weapons that we actually had. I mean, so I get it. So what they had to do was spice up the sales. Spice up, to make it more sexy to increase the sales. Come on, man. No matter how you spend it, you still got to pay to play the game. Not necessarily. Of course you gotta pay because you buy it. But you gotta pay, to win the game. See, that's not really my biggest complaint either, because I've dropped a couple coin here and there. I'm really at that point though, I'm about done with Call of Duty. I will say this. I was a diehard Ghost Recon guy. Straight up. And Ghost Recon Wildlands was my game of choice. Man, I shelved Call of Duty for this game. You played as a team. You used communication. You wasn't running off like you were Rambo, counting on your own kills. Because once you're dead, you're dead. I mean, your boys can get you up and whatnot. But if all y'all are gone, round over. Now see, Call of Duty has become one of these places where you get caught in a spawn trap. And they just camp the spawn. And they kill you because, once again, it's about the kills. It's not about the objective. I mean, bang, poof, pow. Cartoony? For real? But I get it. Like I said, once again, it's all about that mighty dollar. Trying to sell a little bit thing. But ask me one question. How in the hip-hop hell Snoop Diggity Dogg and Nicki Minaj and a few other rappers get put up in the game? And what about the WWE's Booker T and his Spinaroony? Yeah, I know, I said Booker T. He didn't make the cut though. I don't know why. He didn't make the cut. Well, he probably because he's too old. And don't nobody know about the Spinaroony. But can someone tell me this? Because this is where it kind of broke my back. Cody Rhodes and Rey Mysterio, before them actually was Rhea Ripley. What do they have to do with Call of Duty? I mean, to be fair and equitable in my disdainment, there are a host of non-combat people that have been thrown into the franchise and been given some nice titles. Everybody's like, ooh, I'm going to buy that. But how are you just going to throw wrestlers? And I know, yes, there's been other people. There's been basketball players. There's been the boys. I don't get it. I really don't get it. But if you really want to, Call of Duty, I got a skin for you. I got a player for you. Codename Bryan Smokeman Matthews, former combat operative. His skills include artilleryman / fire direction specialist turned infantryman, skilled airborne and air assault trooper, trained in PZ, LZ, DZ Pathfinder operations, trained in hand-to-hand combat, an expert marksman, personal security trained, and is a fluid combat film analyst. Now, with a little bit more colorful language, man, that dude, which is me of course, sounds like a badass. But guess what? That is the same description of a lot of soldiers like myself. I'm nothing special. I mean, I am me, don't get me wrong, but I'm nothing special. Anyway, most of us are waiting for an FPS that is both engaging and somewhat realistic and fun. But if all you want is Fortnite variant just rebranded, Keep following this blueprint, because that's what you're going to have, and that is truly going to be the death of this franchise. I'm talking about where the average age for a Call of Duty player is from 23 to 27. Now, this is all depending which poll you pull from. To the average age of the Fortnite player is 18 to 24, which is about 67% over half of their overall perspective. You understand what I'm saying? They're looking at a younger player. That's what they're going for. That's their demographic. Where Call of Duty, a little bit older. Now me, I'm far from 27. I'm nowhere close. And there's a lot of older gamers like me that are like really, really tired of the nonsense. Now, once again, maybe I'm being a hypocrite, because yes, I've paid for some skins. When the Kong skin came out, I was on that. No doubt. I thought that was a cool skin. I had to give it up. I sold out for that little bit. See? Use the word sold out. You learned something. Then they released the Titanus Godzilla skin, and that was straight stupid. I mean, it looked dumb. Oh, the Kong skin was nice. Don't get me wrong, but the Titanus Godzilla skin, oh man, that was booty. It was whack. But people were rocking it, I get that, but it was whack. You can see that skin a mile away, which takes away from the whole concept of hide, evasion, seek, find, kill, that type of thing. When you stand up because you're glowing. Now, once again, I'm a hypocrite, because I have purchased some pretty cool skins, and I'm not gonna lie, I guess I'm just being that guy because I want to be heard. Now, here's the thing. Some guys will be saying, Bryan, if you're really not happy, then why don't you go into the full immersion titles such as ARMA, Squad, and a few other FPS combat simulators? Well, I would. Trust me, I would, if these games didn't take forever to play. Then you got these dudes who think they're actually in the military trying to run the whole game or the objective as if they and have no clue what they're talking about. That's neither here nor there. That's kind of me making an excuse of why I won't commit. I don't know. Maybe I'm a glutton for punishment. Ghost Recon actually was that middle piece of the squad-based warfare tactical, until they tried to do the battle royale and screwed it up. Now, when it's said and done, I will concede by saying this. Maybe, once again, I'm a bit put off that people like me, my age or close to my age, who play the game faithfully, would want something more relatable characters. Or on more than one occasion, I'll say this. I have been compared to one of the Call of Duty characters or skins, however you want to call it, Sgt Foley. Some people say that our mannerisms, the way we speak, are very similar. I just say because I'm 24-year combat vet, that's just ingrained in me. He just had a real good teacher. Now, trust me when I say this. Call of Duty could add my crew, my last crew that we were in Iraq. They could add them to the roster. And I'm going to tell you right now, we would set it off way better than that big booty Nicki Minaj. So right now, I'm going to throw out the Hitman roll call. Brian Matthews, stand up and be recognized. Steve Marshall, stand up and be recognized. Robert McAvoy, stand up and be recognized. John Aldred, stand up and be recognized. David Summers, stand up and be recognized. Josh Kortoff, the quiet, silent killer, stand up and be recognized. And then I got my honorable mentions. I got Nick Albini, Adam Tomasic, Timothy Glass, and Robert Nicholas. I would take these cats into combat for real and on Call of Duty. But I will say this, I'm going to get my share of hate for it, and that's okay. So to my brothers and sisters in arms, I know you get it. I know you understand what I'm saying. But these devs are acting like a bunch of wannabes and fobbers, and they screwing the game up. Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer? Huh. Please make Call of Duty great again. Thank you for listening to my little rant, and I promise we're going to get back on this thing. Hitman, stand up and be recognized.